All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the daily money market. It's another week in terms of the market analysis, and we want to go through and check it out what is going on in the market this week, and including the high impact volatility that are coming this week as well. So we saw a lot of interesting that comes from last week. There was a different types of movement of the market that comes last week. There was a Feds who were speaking last week. Last week also we have consumer price index and as well as producer price index from United States. Those CPI and PPI didn't really gives a pure direction in terms of the movement, but we saw instruments starting to push in a positive way, getting to the new target. We saw S&P 500 pushing to 6,000 and breaking the 6,000 level above. That is what it's sitting at particular time, but we're gonna check in terms of what's the price of S&P 500 right now. Not only that, Nasdaq, us30, they all pushes the price all the way up because of consumer price index. So the next thing that a lot of people were really they are looking forward, it's about the interest rate of United States, that are they going to cut for this month of November going to December. Already there's a federal chairs, they were speaking last week. There's a federal chair Powell speak. They had also Q&A with the moderator. Hits on a December cut. They actually asked the moderator in terms of if they're gonna cut in December, and the Fed's independence as well, because of the new presidents that just come from United States, which is Donald Trump. So they ask those questions that are the Federal Reserve going to be independent? Because of that's the story in terms of United States. They always say that the Federal Reserve of US, it's not really independent. They don't make the decision themselves. It's all much based on the politics and the type of people that are running or leading at that particular time. So this time around is gonna be Donald Trump. Is it Donald Trump going to affect the Federal Reserve decisions in terms of cutting the interest rate or increasing the interest rate? Again, it will be based on the policy that comes with the Donald Trump. So those are the questions that Jeremy Powell was actually answering last week when it comes to when it comes to Federal Reserve meeting that comes last week. So yeah, man, we're looking forward for this week, and we're gonna check it out in terms of the high impact volatility to see where exactly the market is going. But the biggest this week that it comes about the beginning of the week, it's gold. Gold actually, stock gold battle for the top assets, neck and neck for 2024 crown. So we saw gold like crawling, pushing the price, moving all the way to 2,624. At the moment, sitting at 2,620. So actually did really good. I think that's the biggest talk of the town in terms of the new week this week. But okay, let's get into high impact volatility. Let's see what's the news that are coming this week, including the biggest as well, the earnings of Nvidia that are reporting. So once again, welcome. You are actually with me, Che Yusuf, from the Daily Money Market. So right now we are looking into the high impact volatility that will come this week. That can actually, drive the market, whether in a positive or negative, depending on the results of those high impact movement. So on Monday, most Mondays we do have a lot of quiet Monday because of bank holidays, and as well not much in terms of movement. But we saw Japanese yen. There's a Bank of Japan governor, UEDA, speaking. Bank of Japan was speaking on Monday. Moving on Tuesday, that's where we're seeing a little bit of more high impact volatility. CPI, Consumer Price Index from Europe, 12 p.m. Again, high impact movement for euro dollar there, and all correlated to euro instrument. 3:30 p.m. It's Canadian CPI, a lot of movement again from Canadian dollar that we are expecting from there. Again, a day two in terms of G20. Monday was a day one. Tuesday it's a day two in terms of G20. So G20, it's a global top 20 countries in terms of the economics. growth, they actually have a meeting and making a decisions, based on whatever fiscal policies that they have at that particular time. But again, on Wednesday, the GDP, Great British Pounds Consumer Price Index, CPI, that is coming 9 a.m. So a lot of CPIs that I'm seeing this week, pushing all the way to Thursday. Bank of Japan again, governor is speaking. So again, it will be about the interest rate. Again, we will see. We've been seeing that the Japanese yen has been performing really, really well, especially when it comes to the interest rate. So because of these guys, they haven't been, increasing the interest rate for a very long time. So even if they cut a little bit of, interest rate, but their economy it's still showing, stable and stability. So that's why the Japanese yen, it's a little bit strong in the market. So yeah, governor of Japan is speaking there. 3:30 p.m. it's U.S. unemployment claim. Again, to see how many people they're actually claiming in terms of, without getting a job. Those that are not working, how much are they? That gives us also the indication to say that, all right, if this amount of people that have been, employed, and this amount of people they are claiming unemployment benefit, which figure is higher? If the higher it's a claims, that means it doesn't make sense even if the unemployment rate surpasses the estimation numbers, because they claim it's still high. So the main aim there is to defeat the claim, and then keep the unemployment rate at a higher price as well, or a higher number. So, all right, on Friday, that's where we see a lot of euro movement. Retail sales from Great British Pounds, French fresh manufacturing, German fresh manufacturing, German 30. We're expecting high movement there. We've seen Canadian core retail sales, fresh manufacturing PMI from US. So really, really, in terms of the retail manufacturing data, that's the week where a lot of these companies, a lot of these departments, they're actually releasing the report from the retail sales, from manufacturing sales, from German, French, US, as well as Canadian as well. So yeah, I mean that's how much we have in terms of high impact volatility for this week. So we just have to, keep on pay attention on that, so that we can capitalize on the day of the high impact. All right, now we can jump in the market and just to check it out how the market is looking, and where exactly do we think the market is gonna go. So right now we are looking at the US30. Some of the people they call Dow Jones, or another name it's called Dow Jones. US30 sitting at 43,489 as a price at the moment. But again, where the market is going. So first of all, I always go to a bigger time frame, trying to see where the trend of this market coming from, and where exactly do I think a high possibility of movement. So I'm noticing this range because of the market has touches at this position, touches retraced at this position, it failed to break, maybe it could have reversed. So I'm anticipating a little bit of recovery when it comes to USDT. It's because of the market right now, it's still on a play of Donald Trump trades. It's called the Trump trades. Right now, they're even saying that in unpredictable pricing of the market because of the Donald Trump trades, or the Trump trades. So pricing of the market to lower price is not going to happen anytime soon. So anticipation is most of the stocks and instruments they're going to have to start gaining, more. And actually, we are anticipating to break more positions, more records in terms of the market. So where I think by the end of this week, I think USDT it will start bullish. So what it does now, it will come here, right? Come to 43518, drop a little bit today to 4332. Once it get there, it will start bullishing. By the time we get to Thursday, Friday, the market will be sitting at the position of 44,171. So what I'm saying is to just pull back, doing what it's been doing here, come back here, and then start going up, break this position, especially when it comes to those PMI manufacturing, retail sales that are coming, unemployment claim that are coming this week. breaks the boundary, the level 43518, goes all the way to 44,000. But the highest, of course, it's $44,548,000 when it comes to Dow Jones. But we're anticipating at least to close the market this week at 44,171. That's when it comes to Dow Jones, US30, S&P 500. We're anticipating the same, a growth, a growth, a growth. Right now, it depreciated a little bit. Remember where it comes from, 66,029. That was a new record, but now it has actually depreciated a little bit. But I think even from today, it's one way pushing the price, to at least highly possible at the moment it's 5,963, but again the high possible for this week is to take it back to 6,000 or 6,011, somewhere around there. So the market is looking to get to this level, maybe breaking and form a different records from now. That's from S&P 500. From Nasdaq, the same thing, anticipation to get to 21,100, but right now, even today, it will break these levels. That's what I think. It will break this level here, so it will break to 20,780. Once it break there, we are looking at 21,100, flat somewhere around there. But again, all these stocks, they're looking to push the bullish movement so that they can break the records and form a new records. And again, the president that is coming in, President-elect Trump, is the person who like the indices, Bitcoin, and all these type of instrument. So we're anticipating a little bit of more growth when it comes to all these instrument. UK 100, we did actually anticipating that it will come to 8,138. It did. It touches that level. I can see it's resisting, but again, the biggest target that we are looking for, it's 8,256. 8,256. For this is just a resistance that is actually happening at the moment. It might break. Once it break, we are looking at 8,300 or 8,256 in terms of UK 100 or FTSE 100. German 30, lots of interesting news when it comes to German. Remember last week I reported that they were preparing to have an election before Donald Trump has been inaugurated as the president of the United States. Turning up the few days after that report, they actually reported they go on a Congress and they voted that they're gonna have to to wait and have the election after February. So pretty much after Donald Trump has been inaugurated as a president. So really unstable economy there when it comes to German. So we are anticipating, of course, a little bit of dip, but you can see the market hasn't been really going anywhere because of all this. So maybe a dip to 19,114, but that's not really a big move. 19,000 or maybe to 19,000 flat, but it's been on a side range when it comes to German 30. Gold exactly went to where we predicted. We predicted last week that the market is going to come to 2,619, touches there, but now where do we think the market will go? I think it might continue pushes up to 2,669. 2,669, it's a new target for now. It will push the price a little bit down to here, so that it can just collecting all the orders that a lot of people has been arranging at this moment, and then after triggering those order, it will start again pushing all the way up. Bitcoin, it's one of the friends that we've been looking for quite some time now. Now we're singing on the story of Bitcoin having at the price of 91,693. Past the videos, if you go check it out, we're talking about 63,000, 62,000, 67,000. I mean, when was that? 4th of November. It was on the 67,000, right? If we go and to see where here is where I was playing around on a reporting on a Bitcoin here from 59,630, 62,000, 67,000, and here we go. Donald Trump elected a president, spike all the way to $93,000. Trust me, my anticipation and the prediction of Bitcoin, it's not about a short trade on me. On me, I think it's a long trade that you can participate on a Bitcoin. Right now, what you can do on a Bitcoin, it's definitely to take long. I think it's gonna get to 120,000, before, pretty much before end of 2024. So before end of December, Bitcoin we might see that 120,000. That's a lot of movement that people can take advantage and actually try to make something out of it. So yeah, man, the market has just opened. London session has just opened here in South Africa. It's exactly 10 a.m. in South African time. So that's it in terms of the market analysis. You are with me, man. It's Chayos. All right, as we said, just to recap, the big one last week, it was of course consumer price index and producer price index from US. Those were the biggest news that comes last week. But again, there was stocks to watch like Just Eat, Siemens Energy, RWE also from London Market Open, that has a little bit of more movement that happens last week. Again, we saw again completing of the senator votes in terms of Democrats and the Republic. Of course, the Republic, they were sitting at 218 numbers in terms of House members of the Senate in the House, and the Democrats, they were on 208. Again, that's where we see also Federal Reserve Chair having the questions and to answer QA, to answer about the hints about cutting the interest rate on December, and as well as if the Federal Reserve it is independent on its own. Another thing, it's also this week the biggest, as we said, at Nvidia set to report earnings on Wednesday. This is the biggest one on Wednesday. When it comes to Nvidia, it's number one magnificent seven in terms of magnificent seven. So it's a big company that produces the chip that a lot of companies they buy chips from the Nvidia. But past recently they've been facing a lot of scandals in terms of getting the tariff from different areas where they sell the chips. So we're gonna see what are the numbers, what are the earnings that they're gonna come on Wednesday. But pretty much this is where I think Nasdaq, US30, S&P 500, they're gonna go back to the position where they are, maybe also pushes the price to break the records. One other thing that comes again, that trying to come this week again, it's about the Trump trade. Trump underpricing the negative. BNP Paribas actually says U.S. economy in a late stage, sensitive to negative stocks. Immigration and trade priorities may be a growth negative, increasing uncertainty as the U.S. economy gradually, slowly trying to grow. So that's what has been happening in terms of last week as well. And we checked about high impact movement of the market. So all good. We checked the market. All good. Thank you very much in that case for watching the video. Keep subscribed.